Sarah met Mark at a conference. He was charming and confident. He talked about a business opportunity, something new and exciting. Sarah was looking for a way to grow her savings, so she listened carefully. Mark explained how his company was developing a new app. He showed her projections and charts. Everything looked promising. He said it was a limited-time opportunity, a chance to get in on the ground floor. He pressured her a bit, saying the offer wouldn't last long. Sarah felt a bit rushed, but Mark seemed so sure of himself. She decided to invest a significant portion of her savings. At first, things seemed fine. Mark kept Sarah updated with regular emails and phone calls. He talked about new partnerships and upcoming milestones. But as time went on, Sarah noticed some inconsistencies. The updates became less frequent. The promised milestones were delayed. She tried to reach Mark, but he was often unavailable. When she did manage to speak with him, he had excuses. He blamed the delays on unforeseen circumstances, on the economy, on anything but the business itself. Sarah started to worry. She did some research on Mark's company. She couldn't find much information. The website was vague. The listed address was a virtual office. She tried to contact some of the supposed partners Mark had mentioned, but none of them had heard of him or his company. The more Sarah investigated, the more suspicious she became. She realized that she had made a mistake. She had trusted Mark without doing her homework. Finally, Sarah confronted Mark. She demanded answers. Mark became defensive. He denied any wrongdoing. He said she was overreacting, that things were just taking longer than expected. But Sarah could see the truth in his eyes. He was lying. He had taken her money, and he had no intention of returning it. The business was a sham. It was never real. It was all a scam to steal her money. Sarah was devastated. She had lost a lot of money, but more than that, she had lost her trust in people. Sarah consulted a lawyer. The lawyer said it would be difficult to recover her investment. Mark had likely covered his tracks, but Sarah was determined to try. She filed a lawsuit. She spent months gathering evidence and building her case. Eventually, she managed to recover a small portion of her money. It wasn't much, but it was something. It was a small victory in a larger defeat. Sarah learned a valuable lesson. She learned that not everyone is who they seem to be. She learned that it's important to do your research and trust your instincts. She learned that even when someone says it's business, it might not be. One problem left unresolved was the fact that Mark's other investors may or may not have had the same fate as Sarah. Another problem that was undiscovered in the video was how Sarah could have avoided this altogether if she had followed the proper procedures and asked the appropriate questions prior to her investment. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. Stay tuned for our next video.